Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Please mute your mic if there is noise at your home, or please switch off TV. And when you want to say something, then you should mute your mic, unmute your mic. Last time you were talking about analysis.
Sixth class
analysis. हमने लास्ट टाइम कुछ एनालिसिस किया था लिटरेरी जो राइटिंग से उसके हवाले से, and I brought things which are understandable, which though students face problems, lots of problems, but they are comparatively understandable. But there are texts which are difficult to understand, so I have not brought, or I have no such text. उस तरह का टेक्स्ट मैं जो है नहीं लाया हूँ ताकि ज़ाहिर स्टूडेंट्स को परेशानी ना हो, लेकिन बहुत सी चीज़ें बहुत मुश्किल हैं because of reference and because of the vocabulary. So we are doing analysis. Any question that you have regarding the previous lecture? We are still waiting for some more students to join us. Do you have classes today in the evening?
No sir.
आज नहीं है ना? मेरी अपनी पूरी कोशिश है कि कल मैं आप लोगों का कोर्स जो है वो खत्म कर दूं, ठीक है? और
सर मीडिया डिस्कोर्स एनालिसिस का कोर्स कंप्लीट हो गया?
वो तकरीबन एक आध टॉपिक है, और सॉरी बल्कि मैं एनालिसिस पे ही जाऊंगा उसके ना। और तो अगर आज शाम को एक आध क्लास ले लेता हूँ, अभी 3 क्लास लेने के बाद और कल ले लेता हूँ, तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि हम तकरीबन इसे कवर कर जाएंगे। फिर हमारे पास से प्रेजेंटेशंस रह जाएंगी। बाकी टीचर्स ने क्या कोर्स खत्म कर दिया आप लोगों का, या चल रहा है अभी?
नो सर, चल रहा है।
चल रहा है ना? तो हमारा भी जो है प्रेजेंटेशन फिर स्टार्ट हो जाएगी। प्रेजेंटेशन का जहाँ तक ताल्लुक है, तो आज मैंने आप लोगों को पहले ही बता दिया, प्रेजेंटेशंस आप लोगों की तैयार होंगी, ठीक है? तो हम उसको शाम में ही, रात में, जैसे 9 बजे के बाद तक करा के लेते रहेंगे डेली बेसिस पर, ताकि वो जल्दी कर दूँ। मेरी कोशिश है कि 10 से पहले आप लोगों को फारिग कर दूँ, सो दैट यू कैन बी टेंशन फ्री। So there are 43 or 44 students. So I hope you all are ready with presentation, or you must be ready with presentation before the deadline. जो आपको deadline दी गई उससे पहले आप तैयार हो चुके होंगे presentation के लिए. If anyone has any problem regarding presentation or regarding whatever we have done, so he or she can ask me in these classes as well, sessions as well. So are you ready with your presentation, by the way?
Sir, yes sir.
So the things which I mentioned regarding presentation are complete?
Yes sir, almost.
Yeah, both presentations will be online presentations, and one presentation should be from 8 to 10 minutes, and not more than this. And you have to speak English. Remember, the medium will be English. Try your best not to speak any Urdu, and there should be a proper introduction, body, and then conclusion. ये सब चीजें ध्यान में रखिएगा. Presentations are very important, part of your examinations. You will send me your presentation and I will play your presentation, and what slide I keep in front of you, you have to explain that slide.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Sir, please explain mediation a little bit. Mediation, what is mediation?
अभी तो
There
एक्चुअली
is a lot of confusion.
आपको जो हैंडआउट दिया है उस हैंडआउट मीडिएशन का तो लेक्चर भी मैंने अपलोड किया हुआ है, इसके लेक्चर को देख लें प्लस जो हैंडआउट है उसको देख लें, थिंग्स विल बी क्लियर। अभी जब हम लोग प्रेजेंटेशंस वगैरह भी हमारी हो जाएंगी, सब हो जाएगा, तो उसके बाद एक हम क्लास लेंगे रिवीजन की दोनों की ना, उसमें फिर उन टॉपिक्स को देखेंगे, रिवाइज कर लेंगे विच आर इम्पोर्टेंट फ्रॉम एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, और उसमें कुछ टॉपिक्स हो सकता है स्किप कर दूं मैं विच आई विल नॉट गिव यू इन द एग्जाम्स, राइट? सो दिस थिंग विल बी डूइंग इंशाल्लाह आफ्टर द कंप्लीशन ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशंस। मीडिएशन का आप लेक्चर जो है यूट्यूब पे उसको भी देख सकते हैं, प्लस आपको हैंडआउट्स दिए हुए हैं, so you can check handouts, and then if you have any problem regarding handout then you can ask me. Mediation is related to media, तो इसमें क्या चीजें हैं वो आप देख सकते हैं इसमें। So 10 students are with me right now, so I am waiting for few more, then I will start. So analysis, what do you understand by analysis? Yes, what do you understand by analysis? Last time we did analysis of some text.
सर किसी भी सेंटेंस का, किसी भी कोर्स का, डिस्कोर्स को जब हम अपनी वर्डिंग्स में इंटरप्रिटेट करते हैं, उसका मीनिंग निकालते हैं, तो वो उसका एनालिसिस होता है। What we understood about that.
Yes, remember text
Examine
doesn't,
something.
yeah, text doesn't mean that only we are talking about words. We also consider pictures, images, they all are coming in text. If you remember deconstruction of media, do you remember that class when I taught you deconstruction of media? What is deconstruction? So deconstruction means you have to find out the hidden and apparent and all such meanings of that particular text or that particular image. So all these things convey, means हर चीज का meaning convey करती तो हमारे लिए फिर text हो जाता है। Even a gesture, image, picture, all these things have certain meanings and they convey certain meanings to their audience, so they are all called text. So right now 10 students with us. Any other thing that you want to say? Today in the third class I'll tell you about journalistic, I will tell you about news writing, what is news writing and how can we do news writing. तो हमारे पास third जो session है वो उसमें होगा। First two sessions are related to literary discourse analysis and the third session will be that one. Only 10 students are with me, though it's morning time and I think morning time everyone should be free. अब अगर कोई जॉब करता है तो वो गलत करता है। जॉब आप स्टूडेंट एज ए स्टूडेंट जॉब नहीं कर सकती, यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू डू एनी जॉब, दिस इज इलीगल। You have to study and after completing your studies you are allowed to do job. Okay. Now you can see in front of you there is one small paragraph, and this has been taken from a very famous speech of John Milton. I don't know whether you have read this one or not, Areopagitica, and this speech was written by John Milton for the freedom of press, for the freedom of speech, when Puritans were dominating the parliament, and John Milton was himself Puritan, but he observed some bad things happening over there. One of them was that they passed a licensing act to control books, so they suppressed the freedom of writing anything on writing books. So John Milton became very angry and he was not satisfied with this, and he wrote an essay, or he wrote a speech to the member of parliament in which he told them about their promises, that you people promised that you would give us freedom, but now you are not giving us freedom, but you are suppressing our freedom. तो ये इस तरह से मतलब उसमें ये इसने स्पीच की थी जिसकी ये लाइन्स है। अब इसमें ये क्या कर रहा है, मुश्किल नहीं, याद रखिएगा मैं आप लोगों के लिए जो चीजें ला रहा हूँ वो आप आपको आसानी होगी, क्योंकि ज़ाहिर है अब हमारे पास इतना टाइम नहीं आपके पास टाइम है कि आप उसको डिक्शनरी खोल के देखेंगे या रेफरेंस पे जाएंगे। तो मैं सिर्फ बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि हाउ टू डू एनालिसिस। For books are not absolutely dead things, but do contain a potency of life in them to be as active as that soul was whose progeny they are. Nay, they do preserve, as in a vial, the purest efficacy and extraction of that living intellect that bred them. So what do you understand by this? Try your
सर
best.
स्लाइड नजर नहीं आ रही।
Slide नजर नहीं आ रही। Now, is it visible to you now?
यस सर।
Yeah, what do you understand by this? Read for a while. Yes. Taking too much time.
Means sir, books are not dead. They do contain the soul of the writer.
What do you understand by this? What literary device do you think are used here or have been used in this particular sentence? And what is the inference say? What does the inference say? He's doing what? कर क्या रहा है इस लाइन में, क्या बता रहा है?
Yeah, I guess metaphor use हो रहा है यहाँ पे.
I've given you the background knowledge. I've mentioned ये कोई आइसोलेशन में टेक्स्ट नहीं है, मैंने आपको इसका पस मंजर बता दिया कि ये किस मौजू पर लिखा गया और इसको लिखने वाला कौन था. एंड इट इज रिमेंबर रेनेसा के बाद का है. इट इज आफ्टर रेनेसा पीरियड, मिल्टोनिक पीरियड, किंग जैकोबियन पीरियड की बात हुई है, 1643 और 44. तो और कोई इसमें बताएगा? ओके. For books are not absolutely dead things, but do contain a potency. Potency means potency of life. Potency means you can say here important things related to life in them to be as active as that soul was whose progeny they are. Progeny means it is related to people in future. अब जब आप टेक्स्ट पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें आपको जरूरी नहीं कि हर वर्ड की मीनिंग मालूम होंगे, कुछ के आपने डिराइव करने होंगे और इसी को इन्फर कहते हैं. इन्फरेंस का इस्तेमाल करना होगा थ्रू द कॉन्टेक्स्ट. यू हैव टू सी through some other words you have to see that what the meaning can be here, because if we consult dictionary for each and every word then it will become very boring and the reading will not be a reading at all. Then it will be a boring thing. That is why we don't see when we read newspaper, so we find many difficult words, but context makes things clear. So why don't we apply the same technique here when we read literary text? और कोई इस पे एफर्ट्स अपनी करे? वेरी गुड. अरे अब there are 10 students. Only one participated. What about 9 other? Are they present or not? I'm doubtful about their presence as well.
Sir, he want to say that books are not in a bad things. Books are contain potential and give power of life and human being.
Okay, actually here John Milton, first we should know about the author or writer's on profile. He was a great scholar, Latin scholar, and he was a man of great knowledge and a highly learned person. So he is fighting for freedom of press, freedom of writing books. He's against licensing act which was passed in 1643. So here he is telling us about the importance of books. He is saying that books are not absolutely dead things, means they are not useless things or unimportant things. They have potency of life, means they have very important things which are very necessary for life and which can make us active, and they are very important for our future as well. They preserve things which are important for our generation, and they do what? They make us intelligent. They sharpen our intelligence. So here he's telling us about, or he's telling his audience about the importance of books. You can see here, but do contain a potency of life in them to be as active as their soul was, whose progeny they are. Neither. अब इस पूरे जुमले को अगर आप गौर करेंगे तो ये सिर्फ एक ही जुमला है. इसमें ये जो इतना लंबा सेंटेंस है, it is only one sentence but it has many clauses, multiple clauses इसके अंदर, but it is one sentence. So it is the style of John Milton because he was a great scholar and he was a highly learned person. So that is why he wrote according to his caliber. और ये कहा जाता है कि John Milton was one of the writers who was egoist, and he always mentioned himself or his style and his learning. मतलब वो जहाँ भी जो भी लिखता था तो उसमें वो अपनी जो इसकी काबिलियत थी उसके मुताबिक लिखता था. ये इसने जो लिखा है मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट को लिखा है जो कि पढ़े लिखे थे, एंड दैट इज व्हाई यू विल फाइंड दैट डिफिकल्टी. ये तो कुछ नहीं है, इसके अलावा बहुत सारे ऐसे पैसेजेस है व्हिच आर वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड, बट व्हेन ही बिकम्स इमोशनल थिंग्स बिकम इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. Now there are three statements from this speech. You can see first one. What do you say about the first one? Can you see? Give me the liberty to know, to utter, and to argue freely according to conscience above all liberties. Do you understand what he's saying here?
सर ये राइटिंग की फ्रीडम की बात कर रहा है कि मुझे फ्रीडम दी जाए राइटिंग में कि मैं जो चाहूँ उसे लिख सकूं.
अच्छा, और
argue freely according to the conscience above all liberties.
Conscience, yeah, according to the conscience above all liberties, right? So what do you think?
सोच की आजादी की बात की, मतलब राइटिंग के जो चाहे जो इंसान राइटर जो सोचे तो वैसे ही लिखे, किसी के उसमें नहीं लिखे.
Now he is the writer who said one thing, that the writer should be free to write. So once when he has written and it has become public, if he has written against the norms and against the society or against something that is not allowed, then he should be punished. But before writing, if you punish him or if you stop him, so it means that you are stopping or you are preventing, something that should not be prevented. So after publication, there should be punishment if he is against the norms or against something that has been forbidden. तो जो पहले से उन्होंने कह दिया कि आपने जो लिखा वो पहले आप चेक करवाएंगे, फिर वो अप्रूव होगा तो फिर उसके बाद जो है वो उसको इजाजत मिलेगी, तो इस पे वो बहुत गुस्सा था. उसने कहा कि कौन हमें अप्रूव करेगा, यानी कि राइटर्स जो होते हैं बड़े काबिल और पढ़े लिखे लोग ही होते हैं नॉर्मली, तो उनसे भी ज़्यादा मतलब पूरी कॉम के लिए आपने 20 लोग बैठा दिए कि यही आपकी हर तरह की राइटिंग को चेक करेंगे और अगर इस काबिल हुई तो ये आगे आप अप्रूवल देंगे वरना तो नहीं. So this is something that made him very angry. लाइसेंस हर जगह हर चीज के लिए लाइसेंस. फिर उसने कहा हर चीज के लिए लाइसेंस होना चाहिए, घूमने फिरने के लिए भी लाइसेंस होना चाहिए. फॉर डांस म्यूजिक देयर शुड बी लाइसेंस, फॉर एवरीथिंग देयर शुड बी लाइसेंस. So give me the liberty to know, to utter and to argue freely. यहाँ पे आप देखिएगा एक चीज और भी है, anaphora. Do you remember anaphora? Anaphora, do you remember literary device? No voice is coming.
Sir, it's not coming right now on my mind.
देखिए मेरी स्क्रीन पे तो ये आ रहा है सामने, अब आपकी स्क्रीन पे क्यों नहीं आ रहा मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा. मैंने भी इसको मोबाइल पे ऑन करके रखा हुआ है. इट्स कमिंग ऑन माय स्क्रीन. Now why is it not coming to your screen? मैं इसको दोबारा शेयर कर देता हूँ. Yes. Is this screen coming to your screen?
Yes,
Give me the
sir.
liberty to know. आ रहा है? Yes, majority are still quiet. It seems as if they don't want to get good marks. There are many students, Ana Ali, Saddam Hussain, Praveen Ali, Niyaz Sajida, Javeria, Ikra, Akram, Hira, Faiza Malik, Inam, Abdul Latif. They all are present. Only one speaks or hardly two. The rest of the students are staying quiet. This is very terrible. So give me the liberty to know, to utter and to argue freely according to conscience above all liberties. So here you can see to know, to utter and to argue. These are the three similar. These are the three which contain similar word to, and it also shows anaphora technique. When we want to emphasize what we want to say, so we do what we repeat that thing. Are you getting me? याद है anaphora जो पढ़ाया था मैंने?
Yes, sir.
याद है भूल गए?
Sir, याद है.
हाँ तो वही एनाफोरा की टेक्निक का भी यहाँ पे संभाले. एंड हियर ही इज इमोशनल. जॉन मिल्टन becomes emotional here when he says give me the liberty to know, to utter and to argue. चाहता तो ये भी कह सकता था give me the liberty to know, utter and argue, लेकिन उसमें इतना वजन नहीं होता. लेकिन जब उसने हर जगह to रिपीट किया so it becomes it shows importance. So give me the liberty to know, to utter and to argue freely according to conscience above all liberties. Means और भी liberties मुझे हमें मिलनी चाहिए, but this liberty is something that is more important. So here he is showing his emotion as well, and when he becomes emotional, so he becomes very clear. Next one is a good book is the precious lifeblood of a master spirit, embalmed and treasured up on purpose to a life beyond life. How do you see this?
Yes, sir. He once again told his audience that.
आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है. Yes.
Sir, here
Sir, a
he
good
was-
book is the precious life of the writer spirit who wrote the book. It's about his life and it's like a treasure to give a purpose of life.
Okay, very good. Any other one?
Here he says about the value of books.
This is about, okay, it's about the importance of books, right? And
About the importance of writer, that a book is the reflection of writer's life.
writer's wife?
Life.
Writer's life, right? Life. Okay, very good. And you can see here a good book is the precious lifeblood. Here metaphor is being used. Precious lifeblood means what? Of a master spirit. Master spirit means a very expert person, very experienced person. So a good book is the precious lifeblood, a very important work of a very important and experienced person. You will find that experienced people write books. Inexperienced or new or youngsters do not write book. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
New means new in any field. Newcomers in any field do not write books. Only those who are very experienced, or those who have been retired, but they have served a lot. So such people write books. So it means it is a good book. Remember, a good book is the precious lifeblood. It means it's a very important uh, thing of those qualified, experienced people, and it is like a treasure which has no, you can say, parallel, which is extremely important and treasure up on purpose to a life beyond life. मतलब उसकी इतनी अहमियत है कि वो शख्स मर भी जाएगा ना, उसके बाद भी लोग उसको याद रखेंगे उसकी किताब के जरिए। ऐसे ही होते हैं ना, आज अरस्तू को हम लोग पढ़ रहे होते हैं, वो मर कब, उतने 2-2,500 साल पहले की बात है, मतलब बहुत पुरानी बात है, लेकिन आज भी उसको पढ़ रहे होते हैं। क्यों उसको पढ़ रहे होते हैं? बिकॉज ऑफ हिज राइटिंग्स। ऐसे ही ना भाई? अरस्तू, अफलातून हो गया, और भी बहुत सारे इस तरह के फिलोसफर्स, ये तो ग्रीक फिलोसफर्स है, और भी बहुत सारे इस तरह के थिंकर्स, फिलोसफर्स आपको मिलेंगे जिनको लोग अभी भी पढ़ रहे होते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ देयर राइटिंग, जिनको उन्होंने कुछ खास लिखा था, विच आर स्टिल बीइंग रेड बाय पीपल। बहुत सी जगहों पे तो अगर फिलोसफी स्टार्ट करेंगे तो वो पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं किससे? अरस्तू से या अफलातून से। इस तरह से पॉलिटिकल साइंस में भी कहीं ना कहीं अफलातून का किरदार आ ही जाता है। सो these people are alive through their writings, through their books. So this is what is being said, that a good book is so precious. Why? Because it contains these things. तो वो बताना चाह रहा है, समझाना चाह रहा है मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट को, उनको समझा रहे कि देखो भाई कितनी अहम चीज़ है, और आप लोगों ने इस पर जो है लगा दी पाबंदी कि all the writers are bound to write their books and they have to do this. First of all, they have to get approval. अप्रूवल के चक्कर में वो बेचारे दलील होंगे, और फिर राइटिंग जो है लोग छोड़ देंगे, कम कर देंगे, और कम होते होते एक वक्त आएगा कि कोई राइटर ही नहीं होगा। सब बोलेंगे कौन इतना बोरिंग प्रोसीजर को और इंसल्टिंग प्रोसीजर को करे। People want freedom. If there is no freedom, then people get away. There should be restriction, but that restriction should be defined. Number 3, I cannot praise a fugitive and cloistered virtue, unexercised and unbreathed, that never sallies out and sells her adversary, but slings out of the race where that immortal garland is to be run for, not without dust and heat. It is also the line, याद रखिएगा ये पूरी एक line है which has many clauses. So do you understand anything from this line? If you don't understand, what is the problem that you're facing?
Sir, here he want to say कि मतलब
Fugitive कहते हैं
जैसे
भगोड़े को, भागे हुए को, जैसे होते हैं लोग वो, और such person is called fugitive. Yes.
यानी एक ऐसे मतलब जो काम एक इंसान ना कर सके, उसके काबिल ना हो, तंगदिल जैसा वो।
Sir, what I am getting from the first line is that that he's saying that he cannot praise a person who calls himself moral, and he do not exercise and practically do it in his life, his or her life. Like the one who is fugitive means he is hidden, or he is not showing his morality.
Okay, right, very good. So what difficulties are you facing here? मुश्किल क्या पेश आ रही है?
Sir, words are very hard to understand.
This vocabulary is, you're facing the problem of vocabulary. So through text, what do you understand? Through context, what do you understand? I cannot praise a fugitive and clustered virtue. Here he might be saying that he cannot praise such kind of virtue, जिसको वो लोग समझते हैं virtue, लेकिन वो उसको virtue नहीं समझता, तो वो इसकी तारीफ नहीं कर सकता. Unexercised and unbreathed, that never sallies. So now here you may have a problem of text. So sometimes you have to face such text as well. तो उसके लिए आपको, you can go to consult a dictionary as well. But remember, background knowledge is very important. जब आप background knowledge रखेंगे, then things will become easy for you.
Sir, what's the meaning of sallies?
That never sallies out and sees her adversary. Sallies को check करना पड़ेगा. मैंने जान के आपके सामने रखा है ताकि आप लोगों को पता चले कि हमारे पास बाज़ औक़ात इस तरह की भी डिफिकल्ट चीज़ें आती हैं लिटरेचर में, बिकॉज दिस इज 500 years old English, so you may find something like this as well. लेकिन जो इसका कॉन्टेक्स्ट है उससे यही बात सामने आ रही है कि he is saying that he cannot praise blindly whatever comes to him. अब बाज़ औक़ात हमारे सामने ऐसे भी लोग आते हैं जो कि अपने आप को हीरोइक क्वालिटीज़ का कहते हैं, लेकिन वो असल में होते नहीं है हीरोइक क्वालिटीज़ की. Unnecessary praises are showered upon them. So he is negating that praise here, and he is saying that such things should not be there. Slings of out race where the immortal garland is to be done for. So those who are really heroes, they should be praised, and those who are not heroes, they should not be praised.
सर यहाँ पे वो ये क्रिटिसाइज करना चाह रहे हैं कि जैसे कि आपने इससे पहले बताया कि हमारा राइटर का टेक्स्ट कहीं से मतलब वहां से चेक होकर आएगा, तो ये उनको बताना चाह रहे हैं कि आप लोग इतने उसमें नहीं.
ऐसा होता है ना कि बाज़ औक़ात हम लोग
उन्होंने उसी जुमले को यानी एक और अंदाज में लिखा है कि हम जो राइटर हैं जो चेकर होगा तो वो इसको मतलब वो इतना काबिल नहीं होगा कि हमारे टेक्स्ट को, यही मतलब निकलता है. यानी
ये we can have different interpretation of this one. ये अभी आप निकाल सकती हैं, and we can have other interpretations as well. But mainly is that he says that we should not blindly praise anyone else. Blind praise, blindly हमें नहीं, blindly मतलब ये है कि बगैर सोचे समझे हर एक की तारीफ. जैसे हमारे यहाँ बहुत से जगहों पे होता है कि sometimes we become blind, we do not see each and everything. और जिसको ऊपर हमें बता दिया कि भाई इसको आपने देखा तो उसकी हम हर वो चीज़ को देखें जो ना देखने की भी हो. So what happens there is you will find क्या कहेंगे हम उससे prejudice आ जाता है कि एक को तो आप इतना चेक करें, दूसरे को आप नहीं चेक करें. So there should be a balance. Now this is another. Who kills a man kills a reasonable creature, God's image. But he who destroys a good book kills reason itself, kills the image of God as it were in the eye. Many a man lives a burden to the earth, but a good book is the precious lifeblood of a master spirit, embalm and treasure on purpose to a life beyond life. So this is again his one very emotional speech. Yes. अब यहाँ पे ये जो पार्ट है, इस पार्ट को मैं यहाँ से डिलीट कर देता हूँ क्योंकि इसके मुख्तलिफ इंटरप्रिटेशंस हो सकती हैं, बट आई एम डिलीटिंग इट हियर. इसके अलावा आप बताएं.
Some means when you kill a man, you are just killing a creature. But when you destroy a book, it means you kill your own self. You kill the image of the God, as it were in the eye.
Now, yeah, here he is saying again a very important thing that is very reasonable. When he says that if you kill a person, you kill a reasonable creature. Reasonable creature को आपने kill कर दिया. But the one who destroys a good book kills reason itself. लेकिन जो किसी अच्छी किताब को destroy कर देता है तो it means he kills reason itself. ठीक है, वो क्या करता है, reason ही को kill कर देता है, खत्म कर देता है. ये reason से मुराद क्या है? Yeah, what does it mean, reason? Yes, reason से मुराद अकल. Reason here means akal. So who kills a man kills a reasonable creature, but who destroys a good book kills reason itself. फिर कहते हैं many a man. Many a means many people live like a burden on the earth, but a good book is a precious lifeblood of a master spirit, embalm and treasure up on purpose to a life beyond life. So there are many people who are burdened over the earth, but good book is something that is a treasure. That is like a treasure, and it is something that is that runs through are alive and runs even after a person's life. Anyhow, so this is how you can see. तो यह कुछ lines extract की थी मैंने from John Milton's text. Now you'll find lines from T.S. Eliot. नाम सुना आप लोगों ने T.S. Eliot का?
Yes, sir.
कौन था वो?
सर
हम-
पोएट थे 20th
पोएट
century।
राइटर क्रिटिक्स थे, अमेरिकन थे, फिर ब्रिटिश में
Okay.
आके वो
बस ये चीज याद रखिएगा. There are
18th
some
century writer।
okay. There are some writers who
Good
you should
critic.
remember. There are some writers who you should remember. One of them is T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot is a very famous writer of 20th century. He is one of them who was equally known for his poetry and prose both, for his criticism both. You will find some very few writers who are equally known for poetry and prose both. जिसमें आपको नाम मैथ्यू आर्नल्ड मिलेगा विक्टोरियन एरा का, टी.एस. एलियट अभी का मिलेगा आपको. इस तरह से आपको रेनेसां में जो है वो आपको मिलेंगे सिडनी, सर फिलिप सिडनी का आपको नाम जिक्र मिलेगा. ठीक है. और इसके अलावा आपको जॉन ड्राइडन मिलेंगे न्यू क्लासिकल एरा में. ही वाज द ग्रेट पोएट एंड क्रिटिक बोथ. जॉन मिल्टन का भी आपको जिक्र मिल जाएगा, दो ही वाज नॉट अ ग्रेट क्रिटिक बिकॉज ही डिड but he had to write criticism, you know, it was his compulsion, otherwise he was a great poet. So we'll meet after a few minutes, right? Let's take a break of 5 minutes. We'll continue with this.